I always remember me as a little kid walking in that gym being not so confident. When somebody told me that it was good, how different I looked at life, and it made me realise you can achieve anything if you believe you're going to achieve it. I kind of won titles very early as an amateur, and then I got picked for England and then got picked for GB, and it was like in a very short amount of time where like straight away I was looking at boxing being my future. I was on my own really in terms of the fighting world, because a lot of boxers, their fathers are boxers, and you have that connection to boxing, but I didn't. So I was 17, 18, and that's quite young to turn professional. I've had to like work my way up in certain fights, so I struggled building and having that momentum on building my style. I think that's probably one of my strong points, like adapting to a situation, and because again I've not had that big promotion behind me from the start, I had to think outside the box, and I had to be managing and juggling multiple things behind the scenes, which has made me kind of like the man I am today really. I fought in London, I fought at the O2 before, and I fought at the MEN, and I fought all over. Manchester's it's just where I'm from, it's just my home. You've got so many pressures on your shoulders, you're fighting another man. When you're at home, that's just one pressure off. I was the most confident, I was the most fit, I was strong. The only way I could have seen that night going was me winning, either by points or by knockout. There was no other way. I think with how I lost the fight, my confidence levels went up from that. I got unbelievable amounts of support. Millions watched it. It was a very well talked about fight. I can't go out on a night out with someone mentioning my eye. I was 8 rounds up. I fractured my eye socket. Balloons, my face balloons, and I'm laughing and like saying like, come on, let's go. And then people must think I like this kid. I can be making excuses all day what happened, and I lost by 1 point, and I think after that fight I sat down and thought, everything outside of boxing now, with everything I've created from boxing, is favouring me, and everything in boxing is not favouring me. I set up a gym around the time of turning professional. As I started my professional career, most successful people I know who are in my life are all involved in property, so I was like, that's what I'm doing. I did it just for sheer hard work and graft. I see a lot of people who are down, a lot of people who are struggling. I would have been that person if I didn't have Mr. Dunn, who gave me that confidence in boxing, and then for boxing to change my life. So I almost feel like I'm so blessed that that happened, because I genuinely don't know where my life would be. I'd love for people to see me as just real and like them, and they don't see me as someone who's just smashing it. I want people to think, no, that's a guy who wasn't smashing it, and he did, so I can. From people who know me, people who've seen me on everything I've done, they see what kind of person I am, even without speaking to me. I think they know that it's come from hard work. Maybe it does inspire people, and it's a weird thing to take, really, that people may be inspired by me, because I never would have imagined that. But if I can inspire like 10 people, 20 people, hopefully thousands, it's unbelievable. So if that's where maybe my Sam Hyde as a boxer, Sam Hyde as a businessman, Sam Hyde as a person is supposed to be, then so be it. You've got a vision, everyone's got a vision of where you'd want to be in the future. It just so happens that my life was supposed to be done by working hard. It looks for the mediocre, so everything that happens and everyone who comes in here and everything that I do, everything that happens in life happens for a reason, doesn't it?